Righto, today's project, super simple one. We have a Hitachi FT-M70 quartz tuner from probably around about 1983, 1984, and this one you can, let's say we've got it locked onto 106.1, you go memory and 1, so if I then change the frequency like that and then press 1, it'll jump back to 106.1, just like that. But if this unit, which is now 40 plus years old, dies in terms of its memory retention, so if I turn the power off and leave it for a while, it will not remember the stored memories. I thought sometimes these old radios have a AA system at the back. Let's unplug that. This one does not. You can see the back is very, very, very straightforward. It's got a function control, which is for like a system control for another unit, but there's no battery, just a 75 ohm antenna. So I thought there's got to be a battery inside, and let's have a look and see if there is. It's just a screw either side, and voila, we see a little battery here. Now I've already done the work here and unsoldered this. There are two binding posts either side, and I've just put a soldering iron on each side and lifted that out, remembering that this side is positive, that side is negative, and this is bigger than a 2032, so this is quite a large battery. But all I've done is I'm going to replace this with a CR2025, which is also a 3-volt DC battery, and all I've got to do is make sure that my positive, and if you can see that, it should say, you can see the plus very clearly there. So what is this? It's a Sanyo, and hopefully I'm looking for something. Here we go. It says 3 volts DC down the bottom there, and these tabs are soldered on. So you would have been able to buy these as a factory battery back in the day, but you can't buy them anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly solder directly onto my little CR2025. I'll replace this and see if we get our memory retention back. Let's go. So to be able to solder to this, you need to scabble it or scuff it up a little bit. So I'm just using a file just to rough up the outside. Otherwise the solder is unlikely to stick, even with a bit of flux on it. So let's try that. Beautiful. Now what we want to do is I'm going to use some off-cut copper, which I just had lying around, cut a bit off, and I'll just use this to solder to the binding posts and to the battery. Do this quickly because I'll get burnt otherwise. One. Oh yeah, heat comes through that copper very, very quickly. There we go. One side done. Whew, that's hot. A good incentive to work quickly when the copper conducts super fast. Now what I can do is put that battery in, making sure that I take note of the polarity. So this side is plus, that side is negative, so I need to match that. So they're ready to be soldered on. Ugly, but it should work. The first thing to check is, and I'll show you this one. So that's the original one. And let's look at the battery voltage. 160 millivolts, not enough to do anything. Let's just check the new one. Just make sure we haven't wrecked this by putting a soldering iron on it. 3.31 volts, okay, perfect. Okay, and we are done. You can see there's a little bit of transformer burn, a little bit of carbon from this bad boy on the inside here, but that is okay. So because of that tab there, this has to fold in. And yes, I know my mess is my mess is evident. My desk is a disgrace. But the problem is I get so many jobs, and I also have a real job, that I don't often get time just to spend dedicated to cleaning up my desk. Now this is pretty brave, screwing this up before I've tested it. There's only 2 screws that hold this thing together. Okay, I've got that thing turned on. Memory 2. Now these happen to be stations that I know exist in my local area. Because we're in Australia, we can't forget Triple J. Memory 6. Okay, so if I just press each of these, it'll jump through the recorded memories, which is just fantastic. Now if I turn this off and unplug it, okay, and come back to it sometime later, thanks to the magic of television. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay. Yep, hunting for stereo, that's good. I've only got basically, this is my aerial, so, and just a bit of spring whip, so it's a very crappy aerial, so this is quite a sensitive tuner.
It's not a tumor.
Nice.